Everybody, how are you today? Today, I'm going to do a true crime story. It's about a story that I had read, Hush Little Babies, and it leaves me puzzled. So I thought I'd share it with you and let you decide if Darla Routier got a fair trial. Or did she murder her two boys? Or did it happen the way she claimed? I will tell you the facts as they are written in the book, as well as the state documents. But word of warning, the original court transcripts were edited incorrectly, so the second court clerk transcribed them with the use of recorded tapes. The ones that were found, that is. Volume 10 and 15 were missing, and therefore the notes were never certified. It all started on June 6, 1996. Two young boys, Devin and Damon, were found stabbed to death on the front room floor. Darla's initial statement, while being treated for her wounds, said that their sons woke her up. She saw the intruder walking away, and then she heard glass break. She followed him towards the garage. She turned on the light and saw the knife on the utility floor. Unthinking, she picked it up. She then realized she had been stabbed. She goes back into the front room and sees that her babies have been stabbed as well. She calls 911 as she yells for her husband upstairs. She continues to make trips to the kitchen to wet towels to put on Damon's chest and Devin's back, while her husband, Darren, administers CPR. All the while, she's on the phone with the 911 operator. When the first officer arrives, he asks where the intruder went. She points to the garage, later saying that he was wearing a dark shirt and a baseball cap. During the interrogation, a few hours after her surgery, while still under the effects of a sedative, 5 minutes after being injected with Demerol, their mother Darla told a different version of what occurred. She said that the man was sitting on her feet. The version was again changed to a man holding a knife against her neck. The police believe the inconsistencies proved her guilty, despite her denying killing the children, and later claiming that she didn't remember if she did it. The psychiatrist stated during the trial that the overwhelming trauma caused disassociation, causing her to remember snapshots of the event, and that she's susceptible to suggestion, trying to fill the gaps. When questioned on whether she slept through the ordeal, he said that she could have been awake during the attack, but simply doesn't remember. On cross, he states that he is cautious with his finding diagnosis, and that open-ended questions weren't suggestive. But what she did recall was very traumatic. A second psychiatrist said that she didn't fit the profile, further claiming she has traumatic amnesia because of the attack, and that she didn't sleep through it, but simply doesn't remember. When the first police officer arrived, he returns the glass onto the table so he has a work area. He also put the lamp upright before the scene was processed, masking any signs of a struggle. An analyst came in a short while later and did a 30-minute walkthrough, then claims there was not an intruder inside the house, that there were no signs of struggle, dust on the windowsill where the intruder supposedly entered and exited, and the mulch in the flower bed was untouched. He further concluded that there wasn't any blood in the garage, that he didn't find any signs of forced entry or blood on the gate leading to and from the backyard. One stain was consistent with a bloody murder weapon being laid on the carpet. They found a broken wine glass on the kitchen floor, which coincides with what Darla claims. They also found footprints on the bloody kitchen floor that they later concluded belonged to Darla. There was a vacuum in the kitchen that was tipped over and looked like it had been rolled in blood. The handle looked like someone with the bloody hands had touched it. In the trial, Darla claimed she had leaned against it when she was told to sit down. From that point on, the police were convinced Darla was guilty, honing in on making the case against her. Meanwhile, a few blocks away, there was an attempted robbery. The perpetrator was reported fleeing in a dark-colored car, a car whose importance comes up later in the trial. Are the police right in believing this is an open-and-shut case, or is their tunnel vision deceiving them? Stay tuned to find out.